What's up YouTube? Chicot Explorer here today, and I'm with Combi with Haley, and we're at the Oak Alley Plantation way in Louisiana. This is a super old plantation that was built in 1806, and we're here for sunrise because there's this crazy alley walkway where there's these massive oak trees that just overline the entire pathway straight to the plantation house. So we're gonna go get a photo of it. So let's do it. Alright, so in case you're wondering why we hopped out of a van instead of my Prius that I normally live in, it's because me and Haley are actually on a road trip to Louisiana because Haley just bought that new Dodge ProMaster van to live in and build out. So we flew out here, picked it up, and then we're driving it back. So that's the deal with that. Look at these oak trees. Those huge branches that are basically resting on the ground because they're so fucking heavy the oak tree can't carry it. Jesus. All right, here is the alleyway. Look at that. Then here's the house right here. So we're basically gonna go to the end down there and get a shot looking at the house this way. Look at that. Damn. You may be wondering how we got in here so early because sunrise is at 7:15 a.m. and technically this place opens at 9 a.m. And what we ended up doing was we went by the place last night and we talked to them and asked if they could give us a pass to get in early so we could do sunrise photos. And they actually hooked us up with a half-price discount ticket to get into here before sunrise. So if you ever have an instance where you're at a place where they might not open early enough, a lot of times if you talk to the staff there and just tell them what you're doing, they'll be a lot more understanding about it and possibly hook you up. And it's a lot better than having to like sneak into a place like this and get caught by security, because you don't really want to be trying to break into places like this because they're really fucking nice. Here's the shot we got lined up here. Basically, I'm using perfect symmetry with everything. So I'm using the lines in the camera grid through the screen to make sure everything's lined up completely perfect and parallel with each other. Obviously I can make micro adjustments in post-production, but you really want to take the shot with it being as focused as possible. In addition, I'm also waiting for that sunlight to bathe this entire area in its warmth. So I'm just hanging out right now. I've taken a few shots already of it right in this state just in case for some reason it doesn't look good later or a bunch of people start arriving. I don't really know how crowded it's gonna get here. So as you can see, the lighting right now is perfect because you got these rays going across right here and then the trees are all lit up and nice and glowing. Then actually this house corner way back there is also lit up. So you want to wait until like an hour after sunrise sometimes for when you're trying to get shots of light going through the trees. So this is one of the slave houses and these are all the slave quarters. And you could actually walk right up to them and see what it looked like inside there. This was the space they had. And there were actually, I think, over 100 slaves on this plantation at one point. It was huge. Yeah, so here's the actual plantation. If you come here a bit later, you can actually do a tour of it. But we actually have to get out of here because we're in like a big rush to get back to Colorado because Haley has a normal person job and she has to work. Yeah. So we're busting out of here, but it was super cool to see this place. It was insane and I can't believe no one came here. We were literally expecting there to be a bunch of photographers here, but no one was here except us. So highly recommend it. Look at this, it's just kept so, it's manicured so perfectly here. All right, so we made it back to the car. We are on our way to see a swamp. We're gonna throw that in the end of this vlog, a little bit of a feature. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be like at the swamp. We're gonna see what happens. It's probably gonna be midday, so the lighting's not gonna be amazing, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna make it work. And I've always wanted to see like a legit Louisiana swamp. So let's do it. Haley put in a gas station so we can get gas, and she took us to an oil refinery.
At least it was a long route.
All right, Chicot State Park. All right, so we're going into the nature center. We're basically trying to find the visitor center right now because we're not really sure what's going on here. Because apparently there's a swamp, but we don't see a swamp. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
We figured out what's going on. There's a few trails we're gonna hit. There's gonna be one by the lake. There's a bridge where there's a chance at seeing alligators. Then there's a long wooden pathway through the like marshes areas. So we're probably just gonna hit all those. So we're at the swamp right now. Yeah, so the water levels out here are actually really low right now. Normally this entire place, like all this water is basically covered with like that mossy kind of green stuff, but it's just super low today. So we're working with what we got, but it's still fucking awesome because you can see all these trees everywhere. It's just unreal.
These are the bald cypress knees, and basically they're trees' roots. Whenever it gets flooded, they come up like this so that they can get oxygen still.
So what I'm gonna do is, this ground right here is looking really sweet with this like green texture on it. So I actually found this red leaf laying on the ground right here. So I'm gonna lay it down inside of there and capture that contrast of colors, because red and green are actually complementary colors, so they look great together, like Christmas. So the good thing is, if it's the middle of the day and you can't really get those really epic bigger landscape shots because the lighting's a little bit not great, you can really focus on getting some more macro, up close, detailed color contrast shots, which are really great. We are now on the lookout for some gator action. Apparently this is the spot where they're most likely to be in this park. It is a little bit of a chilly day for Louisiana though, so the park ranger said they're probably not out today, but we're gonna look anyway, just in case. Yeah, so check out all these trees growing in the middle of this lake here. It's absolutely beautiful. Alright, so we couldn't find an alligator, but we did find a turtle right there. It's a, I believe a snapper turtle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but...
That was not a snapper turtle. It's like a box turtle.
Oh, well, there you go.
You shall not pass!
Haley actually got this new 1.8 lens, so it has a really shallow depth of field, 50 millimeters, so great for portraits that kind of encompass a bigger scene. So we've been messing around with that, and that was super fun. Here's a few shots we got from that. We're using leaves, by the way, to get these shots because there's not really anything else around here except endless leaves. Thanks for watching. Drop me a like, subscribe, all the usual. Catch you guys sometime soon. Peace.